Hello everyone. So welcome again. We today have our student Dr. Ankit Vyas, whose journey was slightly different. He joined a prelim year, and then after, as he's finishing the prelim year, now he has accepted a PGY2. And he also had a lot of challenges in terms of his entire journey. And we wanted to check with him on the challenges and how he overcame, and why some of you who may be considering prelim year, it's actually a very good option. So, welcome, Ankit. Glad to have
Thank
you
you.
here.
Thank you. Thank you. It's pleasure for me as well.
So, let's start with some kind of a summary of your journey. Tell us about your year of graduation. What you been doing since then?
Okay, so I graduated in 2008 and then I started working as a medical officer in India.
Mhm.
I took my first step in 2015 and CK in 2017. I moved to US in summer 2018, then took my CS in June 2018. And then I applied for first cycle in 2018. I got unmatched. I got unmatched in my second cycle even as well. But in the post match, I was offered a prelim position at Community Hospital in New York. So since then, I'm working as a preliminary year here in New York.
So let's, you are obviously not a recent graduate. You've had a lot of challenges. So tell us about, what you've been doing before you matched into prelim. How did you get experiences? What kind of experiences, research or otherwise?
So I moved to US, and then at the time I emailed to more than 500-600 doctors. I got the emails from the websites and here and there. Then from one place I got some interview, and it was just telephonic conversations. And then I joined their team. I worked there for 6 months. They liked my work. Then they offered me a position to work as a paid position for the research. Meanwhile, I had some couple of complications during that time, and in first cycle I didn't get match, but I continue my journey that I was focusing on my step 3, and I was focusing my research publications. So when I apply for the next cycle, before that I started preparing from the October. So I had enough time that I have to apply next year in September. I had 1 year of planning in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And during my work, one of the cardiologists emailed me through my sincerity of work that another cardiology, another team, they actually asked me that, can you join my project? It's a new project. So I
Wow.
dedicated my time to him. And then my hard work made the institute to become a top among all the institutes like Yale, Harvard, and Cleveland. So this way, I helped him to gain the reputation for his institute. So then I asked for my clinical experience opportunity. So he offered me that. Also, I asked for a couple of opportunities because I was working during the daytime, in the weekdays, in the research, in the weekend. I actually started working as a observership, and then he allowed me to the externship. Actually, in my institute, only 1 week was allowed, but he did for me for indefinite time. So I could have 1 year of clinical experience as well as versus the research. But after the second unmatched cycle, actually I was emailing to all the programs. Even I was unmatched, I was accepting some good feedbacks that I was offering that can I come for the volunteer work during that COVID timings. So one of the resident told me that we are doing interviews right now, would you like to join our team? Then I said yes. So I had interview and I offered a prelim position. So I accepted without thinking, because I know that if I will be in the system, I could have more chances. So
Mm.
this way, my journey was little bit different than others, but I accepted this position, and then I worked very hard to get more LORs. And I informed my attendings in the beginning of my prelim year that please watch my work. I need good LORs, strong LORs from you, because I have to apply for the second year. So I had more than 10, 15 LORs of different specialties, and all those because of the reputation what I work here. And in developing these ideas, Sarthi also helped me.
So before we get into the preliminary, I was, what I realized is your initiative of emailing those 600 physicians for research work. Then you did research for about 2 years, but you also did rotations along with that. So you pretty much had a lot of hard work to do in those 2 years. Uh, what were the main challenges? What any other challenges? Obviously you must have worked 60, 70 hours a week for those 2 years to get your research going, then, the clinical work. What were some of the other things you faced?
Means I had financial struggles as well as I had to manage my time with devoting time to my family. Also, I was reading for my step 3
Hmm.
and giving time for the research. Actually, I had to delay 3 weeks for my step 3 exam because of that project I mentioned just below. Yeah, so actually I had to manage so many things. But in US, we have to remember this is the country where laziness doesn't work. We have to give our 100% because being an old IMG and with a low score, you have to prove yourself through your work. You have to become a good student. You have to prove that what you can do, how extent you can stretch yourself, what is your flexibility, and then only you can win the trust of the physicians. And you have to balance, you have to work on your research, you have to work on your study, you have to work on your family. So these things we have to learn by after coming to US.
Okay, so good. So then, with all this hard work, you are a 2008 graduate, which means more than 10, 11 years old graduation. You didn't match in the second cycle, but the second cycle post match, because of your initiative, because of your professional network, you came to know of a position and you interviewed, and they really liked your work and they offered you a prelim position.
Yeah.
So then in the prelim position, you continued in addition to your clinical work, you continued your research and you still gathered more LORs.
Yeah, I actually was not focusing during the first 6 months of my prelim year because we had to work a lot of than other places. But I focused on getting building my reputation. It is not just to impress the program director, because in the residency we have to deal with families, we have to deal with the
Correct.
patients, indoor, outdoor, case manager, social worker, transporter, nurses, colleagues. So anyone can give good feedback to your program director and that can make changes. I
Mm,
give you one example.
okay.
One of our patient transporter, he is working here since more than 30, 40 years. He actually recognized that I am dealing with the patients and with all the stuffs very nicely. So one day in the round, he came and interrupted my program director and told in front of a group of 10 people that this is the guy, he is different from others. So this way, any small person can vouch for you, and then PD can have good reputation for you, and those changes will reflect in your application cycle. Because in most of the programs, prelim years get accepted into the PGY2. But if they cannot accommodate you, he can vouch for you, and their recommendation can make a significant difference in your selection.
Mm, mm. Okay. So now let's talk about your strategy. So you said first 6 months you were very busy, but how were you strategizing? And then how did this PGY2 happen?
Yeah, so I from the beginning of my first year, I knew that I had to be prepared for my second year. So as I mentioned, I was focusing on giving my 100% to my work. Even today, I'm doing the same thing. I focused on going early, staying till late, and give my best. And when I do not know anything, I ask for my help. I ask for help to the seniors and my colleagues, anyone. And also nurses teach us a lot of things. So I never afraid of, or I never get ashamed of learning the things. That was the first and foremost thing. Also, I have shown my flexibility, because sometimes in a backup, when you are in the weekend, you have to show that you are available for the work and everything. So these things help me a lot.
Hmm.
And also I prepared that I have to be ready with my personal statement. So before I started my residency, I completed working on my personal statement. I gave to my mentor, and then Sarthi helped me in improvising my personal statement. I prepared all my application things before I apply for the eras. And then when the interview cycle started, I was emailing all the programs like in the 2 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning, because I didn't have time to do those things in the during the daytime. But I focused that I have to balance with my this residency as well as the application cycle. So those things I worked upon. And then I, as a backup, apart from the medicine, I know that a preliminary year has opportunity to apply in other specialties like radiology, radio oncology, ophthalmology, dermatology, rehabilitation, neurology. So I focused on other aspects as well. So whenever I had to attend the physician who are from another clinic like neurology, dermatology, I used to go introduce myself from the first meeting, and I used to tell them that I will need a LOR. Please watch my work, and I
Wow.
would like to join your specialty. So this way, that also helped me to obtain LORs from the different specialties as well. So overall, getting LOR, preparing the applications, those things I prepared before the application cycle, and then I started emailing all the programs during the season. And couple of interviews I received, and I had to actually took out the time from my regular duty hours. So they also, all the programs also appreciated that my dedication was good. And this way, all the plans and strategies were there that I had to anyhow get matched into the second year. So before my program actually decided upon any candidate, I was offered from one of the programs I interviewed recently, and immediately I grabbed the opportunity.
Good. So it looks to me it is your hard work, your dedication, your ability to plan, as well as to get feedback. A lot of students don't ask for feedback, but I think what you did different was you kept asking feedback on your work and even at, with us. So give me feedback, give me feedback. So that I think improved your LORs tremendously. Would you say
Yes,
that is a
exactly.
correct thing?
That's true, because feedback from the physician can give us idea that what we are lacking, so we can improve upon those things. Not only feedback from the clinical work. I used to ask for the feedback for my application cycle to my mentors, and I used to ask for the feedback after my interviews, to mock interviews to the Sarthi mentors, and I used to ask for the feedback to other my colleagues when I was practicing with the for the interviews and everything. So yeah, feedback is essential part of anything, because that will give the idea that what you are lacking and what you have to do and what direction you should move now.
Okay. So, so tell me briefly how our team helped you. You know, you said interview preparation, mock interviews, your mentorship. So, how was all that helpful in bringing this about?
Yeah, so as I mentioned that Sarthi mock interviews are very helpful. Also, I know that when we have a close community group, Telegram and WhatsApp. So any question, because during this match cycle, we will have a lot of question in preparing the personal statement or writing our applications, or preparing for answers, because each individual's journey is different. So all those answers I could get immediately from this group and other panelists. Also, in this Sarthi, I realized that we do not do the different things, we just do the things differently. And as the Sarthi symbolizes Krishna and Arjuna, so this way actually I realized that you guys guide us that do these things, and these all small steps help us in building our base very strong. So even with the same profile, even with the same score, you are different from the other applicants. And this way Sarthi helps right from beginning journey to the end to the match. And I'm thankful to you and Sarthi team for helping me in each and every step so I could achieve my dream.
Thank you. Thank you. The hard work is obviously all yours. One more question that many students ask us is, why should they consider a prelim year? So give them some advantages. If, like, they may go in soap, or otherwise they have a prelim year option. Who should take prelim year, and how should they plan around all that?
Yeah, because I would say preliminary student, you will be as a preliminary resident, you will be doing the same work, same responsibility you will have as a categorical resident. You will see the patient, inpatient, outpatient, deal with all challenges. You will take the monthly same exam. You will have opportunity to impress the attendings from your work, their dedication, so they can give you best LORs, and that will make your journey easy to get match for the second year or match again applying for the another cycle. But that will make a big difference. And as I mentioned, after preliminary, some another options also opens up, like you can apply for other specialties like neurology, radiology, radio
Mhm.
oncology. Any other branches are also open for you. Also transitional year have the same thing, so I would recommend, if you get only preliminary option, take it. Your option will be open, and you will have more chances to get accepted for the next cycle rather than getting unmatched.
Okay. Okay. Okay, finally, there are many other applicants like you, older year of graduation, 10 plus years, maybe they are lost. So, what is your message or your guidance to them? What should they be doing? Research, rotations, if they have low scores, what is your advice?
First of all, I would say, being an old graduate, we may have more responsibility than the recent graduate. We may have to deal with the family responsibility, kids, low score can be there because we cannot dedicate time to our steps. But I would say, walk towards the match journey. To get match, you need more clinical experience, research experience. So try to get more and more clinical experience. Just email to programs. If you can get in touch with even one physician, then give your best, because you will become your recommendation. If you win their trust, they will go the next level for you. Also try to get in touch with medical field, paramedical work. If you cannot get the clinical experience, just
I
try to do a medical assistantship, join the some social media activities. Otherwise, in our Sarthi Telegram group, you can ask for the couple of members you can gather, and you can start publishing. Even if you cannot publish in the PubMed index journals, you can publish in the local home country, because those publications will also be counted that you are dedicated to do something as well.
Mhm.
And also I will be suggesting to make your CV and make it up to date, and always be ready with the proper email format, because any opportunity you can get, you have to grab it. Also being a IMG, we may have our regional groups, so you can go to some health fairs, you can go to the temple, or you can go to any gatherings where you can meet the doctors and introduce yourself. You can ask them that I want to become a part of your team if you allow me for the clinical experience. If you can get the opportunity in programs where the residency is going on, that is best. If not, then community hospitals without residency or even private clinic will help you. So any opportunity you get, grab it and then try to move forward. So things will be with you when you move with your valor. Have some plan, because in US you have to work hard. It's a culture here. Many setbacks will be there, but if you become a persistent, don't get frustrated, things will favor you.
Very, very motivating. I think, Ankit, this is amazing. You have really shown the value of hard work, taking initiative, and not giving up. I think this is a very good example for not even older graduates, even the recent graduates. How to actually overcome the adversity, overcome these challenges to successfully get on to the residency journey. So Thank you very much. This, I think, is very, very helpful to others who will be watching it.
Thank you so much, and I'm thankful to you and your mentors and Sarthi team as well. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
and good luck in your journey.
Thank you.